All right. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Davis screwing over Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez's promotion for their fight. This is my theory by leaking a fight that should never take place, but sources are saying is going to take place, one between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. I believe that they're doing this for a very, very specific reason. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, man, look, I'm going to talk about Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford's fight, which has had more money spent on it than probably any fight that I could ever think of. I mean, money invested in it with absolutely no realistic chance of a return on their investment. Just a fight that is there for some being made and money being spent on for some larger reason having to do with geopolitical politics, but definitely not about an event that people are calling for or that people are really invested in. And I have the proof because of what Gervonta Davis did. In my opinion, this is my opinion, what Gervonta Davis' team did just this afternoon by sources saying that Gervonta Davis is going to fight Jake Paul. Now, before I get into the message, and please listen to the end, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for being there for me for so long. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But let's get into this. Let's get into this. And shout out to Matty O. Shout out to my guy, Big Homie. You guys have always been so supportive in the super thanks. So thank you. But let's get into this, okay? Look, Turki Al-Sheikh is trying to create an atmosphere in boxing where he is putting on the biggest and the best fights. And he is apparently sparing very little expense. At least I'm not going to be like the Lion people and say he will spare no expense. But on certain things, it seems as if he's not sparing much expense. And that is on the promotional material related to the fights that he promotes. Every 5 seconds, there is something coming out about Terence Crawford from Ring Magazine, which I do believe Turki now owns. So he has all of that coming out on a regular basis. You have different video, interviews, pictures of him having dinner with Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, right? People, YouTube channels making videos about it, all of that stuff, right? Or better yet, you have things like in the new movie that Denzel Washington has coming out, Denzel Washington is literally talking about the Canelo Alvarez fight with Terence Crawford and who he thinks is going to win, right? Very, very highbrow, people that are very well known being brought into the promotion for this fight. However, you do not get any real feel of excitement from anybody that you're talking to that is an actual boxing fan. It's more like they think they're going to power through with the promotion and to pour as many people as they can do to get into a stadium at whatever price or however they got to get them in there, right? They're not going to sell a pay-per-view, so they don't have to worry about a pay-per-view flop, and they're going to give it away for free, right? Just to kind of push, again, this geopolitical agenda that Turki Al-Sheikh and the Saudi Arabian government has. So it was funny to me that when somebody just leaked a rumor about a fight between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul, how much actual reaction that you got from that rumor. And it was something that it was like you immediately know That is something that's big. If Gervonta Davis was to fight Jake Paul on a pay-per-view fight, 5 rounds, 6 round, whatever it is, and they actually did that, it is very, very likely that they're going to do a million something pay-per-views between with the people that are just interested to see what's going to happen with Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. It may not, I'm not going to say that particular fight would do like Floyd Mayweather Jr. Conor McGregor numbers or Floyd Mayweather Jr. Manny Pacquiao numbers or anything like that. I'm just saying that I think that it is going to get beyond, that it would go beyond the amount of sales that Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia secured. And I think it would happen for the same reason, because you have the whole social media atmosphere. Gervonta Davis is absolutely positively the biggest name in boxing, and I don't want to hear it, man. If somebody leaked that Canelo Alvarez was fighting Jake Paul, you would not get that same reaction. What you would get would be, well, from the mainstream media, what you get was just depends on who it is being supported. More than likely, they would tear it down who was Gervonta Davis. If it's Canelo Alvarez, if it was Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul fighting one another, I think that they would be like, oh, you could promote it, everybody would love it. But Gervonta Davis, you're going to get the vitriol coming from people that are not in his fan base. People in his fan base is going to be interesting to see how they would take it. Myself personally, I don't like the fight. And I would be very straightforward about it. I don't like the fight. It doesn't do anything for me as a fight fan. Nothing. I don't know. It doesn't make me know who the best lightweight is if Gervonta Davis beats Jake Paul. It doesn't tell me how good Jake Paul is if Jake Paul has a competitive sparring match with a guy that is probably, a little less than a foot shorter and 100 pounds and I don't know, man, 50, 70 pounds. Who knows what the weight difference between the two of those guys are? That is a freak show outside of weight classes. So, no, I'm not going to like that fight. I'm not going to want that fight to take place. However, if I had to use the same logic and same approach that everybody else is using for what they're doing by going to Turkey Al-Sheikh and going to Riyadh season and fighting whoever, that, oh man, they're chasing a bag. Hey man, I got to do what I got to do for the bag. If that bag is there for Gervonta Davis and uniquely there for Gervonta Davis, who are you guys to tell this man that he can't go get that bag when you at the same time defend other people for doing whatever they need to do to get the bag, right? But again, we're going to probably have different standards for different people, but not around here. I did not like Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. Didn't like it. Didn't like Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Didn't like it. Do not like the fact that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 50-0 because he beat Conor McGregor. I thought that was an exhibition and a mockery to the record that was actually set by and was tied by Rocky Marciano at 49-0. But anyway, that's just my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.